JFK. What do you guys think about that one? Who do you think did that?
How old were the Clintons? Oh, sorry.
I think.
Yeah.
I saw a show about Frank Sinatra that basically said it was the mafia because, we're just trying to get killed now.
Hoffman.
No, it's just we're on such thin ice right now.
No, just because I guess
This is the
Kennedy
Patreon
was
outtakes
trying
right
to
now.
get right. Yeah, you have to pay extra for this. We're not giving you this for free. Well, this is the Williams Brothers podcast.
I'm Gar.
I'm Steven.
I'm Neil.
I'm Shaler.
Should we call ourselves the Williams Bros?
I don't think that's appropriate. I think that's cultural appropriation.
I didn't know because the name of it on the podcast is Bros,
It
right?
says Bros on the pot, and when I searched for Williams Brothers, it didn't find it. But when I searched for Williams Bros,
Well, we could call it Williams Bros. We are bros. Doesn't get any more bro than us.
maybe we call it Williams Brothers, but when we refer to looking for it on the podcast, you'll say Williams Bros.
I did like that on the last podcast, how we're on the podcast telling people how to find the podcast. I was like, that's brilliant.
Of all the places, right?
In case you're not listening to us right now and you can't
Right.
find this podcast.
It'd be like walking into a store and having them explain to you where the store is. Basically,
Right.
It'd be the same.
It's really for those people that just happened upon us somehow and they don't know how they did it. They're like, okay.
Okay, that's likely.
Secret to a good podcast, admit you don't know what you're doing.
Right. No, we do that every time. So I think we're
Right.
I think we've got that down.
Just humility,
Not like
that's all.
we know how to do this. We're just...
One listen will tell you all you need to know about that.
Don't let the editing fool you.
right. Yeah.
All right, so we're talking about conspiracy theories, and we're going to go through a bunch of conspiracy theories that we've either heard or we've looked up, and each of us are going to decide or rate, I guess, how believable we think each one of these is, I guess.
Hey, and I'm curious, like, what does it take to be a conspiracy theory? So I guess I'm thinking there had to be something malicious or malevolent involved to make it a conspiracy, or can a conspiracy just be something that doesn't go with the common, belief?
I think it has to be a group of people who know something that not everybody knows, and they're conspiring to do something without telling people what they're trying to do.
So Elvis living in Switzerland today,
Probably a group of people that know he's there.
if there's not anything bad, he's just chilling in Switzerland, he's watching Netflix.
If you're conspiring to keep that a secret, like if you got a group of people who are keeping that a secret under wraps, he's like 80 now, I guess. But
Yeah, 85.
okay, I don't think he'd make it that long on that diet.
I was on Weekly World News website doing some research, and it showed him celebrating his 85th birthday.
In Switzerland.
No, he was actually he went back to Graceland for that.
Oh, he was at Graceland. Perfect. Nobody would ever guess that. And
Nope.
nobody that looks like Elvis ever goes to Graceland. So that picture was probably hard to get,
It was black and white. It was really hard to tell. He gained some weight, by the way.
I'm pretty sure once a year, every Elvis impersonator in the country converges on Graceland.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
And we're proud of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Another peanut butter banana sandwich.
Okay, well, that brings me to one of my conspiracy questions, which is, why is it when somebody famous dies that people love, do we immediately have a conspiracy or have the feeling that there's a conspiracy? Because Princess Diana, there's a story about her. Marilyn Monroe, when she passed, everybody's still pretty sure she's around. Elvis, of course. Andy Kaufman, there's a whole song about that REM did. So why do we have the need to make up or think? Maybe there are conspiracies about all these people, but it's so interesting that that's where we go,
They're all people that they lived a troubled life, and they knew it was a troubled life, and they wanted to get out of that life and just live a normal life. So that's the conspiracy part, right? Is they faked their own death, and now they're living in Switzerland.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think part of it is fans don't want to let go of those people.
Yeah.
And so they don't want to admit that they're gone. So how can we bring them back? And they do that through a conspiracy of some kind, right? Michael Jackson, still alive.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about him, but
It's interesting, though. Interesting because if your next door neighbor passed away, you wouldn't probably say it was a conspiracy. You would just say, they passed away.
right.
But if it's somebody famous, clearly something's going on.
Well, if your next door neighbor dies, you've got enough people close to your next door neighbor who can tell you, yeah, he's dead. He's gone. He is dead. We can tell you where he's buried. And you can go to his funeral if you want to. But if it's Elvis, all it is what you hear in the news.
That's true.
You never had a relationship with him. You never knew him day to day. So it's easy to believe, I guess, that he's still walking around in Hawaii somewhere or Switzerland or hanging out in his wheelchair at Graceland.
Graceland, yeah.
And then there's the conspiracy that's the opposite with Paul McCartney, where they claimed he died, and it's a replacement.
Yeah, and there's something to it. I mean, when you hear Wings, it's not the same as like the Beatles, but yeah, still, I don't know. It doesn't seem believable to me that they replaced Paul with another Paul.
So on a scale of, percentage-wise, what would you think about that particular rumor that Paul is dead?
I'm going to give that a 5% chance of being real. 5%.
I'm going to say 3%, even less than 5%, I think. I'm pretty sure we got the same old Paul McCartney we've had.
Okay.
It's the same Paul McCartney. It's like a 0.01%. Right? It's the same guy. It was just a big stunt, right? Where he was barefoot on the Abbey Road album cover and what was he? He was like in a different stride than everybody else.
Right.
It was all just made up. So 0.1%.
You're kind of convincing me now, actually, given that evidence that you just
Yeah,
cited.
I had no idea about that.
I'm kind of thinking now.
Now it's higher. Now
Yeah,
it's
10%.
Maybe it's
now.
25%.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of Strawberry Fields, if you go to all the way to the end of Strawberry Fields and you turn up the volume, you hear someone that says, "I buried Paul."
Yes, true.
I'm done. It's 80%.
80%, yeah.
10%. I'm going to give it a 10 at least. Yeah. Convinced me.
Probably see it on Fox News this week. So,
A DNA test confirms.
That's right. That's it.
Where is your birth certificate, Mr. McCartney? You're not even American. So what else? What other conspiracies do we have?
I've got a weird one. It's called the Well to Hell. This is from 1989, so this is fairly recent. And this is a conspiracy theory rooted in fact, right? So in Siberia, they had a project where they were going to drill a hole into the earth as deeply as they possibly could for scientific discovery purposes. And they managed to drill a hole 40,000 feet deep, which is about 7.5 miles. So if you think about 40,000 feet above the earth, that's where the commercial airliners fly, right? Well, they went that far down into the earth.
Wow.
I was thinking about, really how far is that into the earth? So if they went 7.5 miles, the center of the earth is 4,000 miles down.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. So they went pretty far, but not, it's not like they were halfway there.
Scratching the surface still.
Exactly. Yeah. And they said if you fell into the hole, it would take about 4 minutes for you to actually hit the bottom. Well, at 40,000 feet, they were drilling and they hit an opening, like a big chasm. And the temperature was 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. And so they're trying to do these scientific experiments. And one of the things that they did is they lowered an extremely heat-tolerant microphone down into the hole. And the farther down they lowered the microphone, the more they were able to hear something, until finally they heard what was reported as screams from masses of people. Here's the recording of what they supposedly heard.
And that's an actual recording, huh? Supposedly.
Supposedly. Yep. Allegedly. Yep.
Where is that hole?
That hole is in Siberia.
Makes sense.
That hole is in Siberia.
Should be in Russia.
So some of the news outlets reported this, obviously, as proof that hell exists. And there was even an American religious broadcasting company that picked up the story and said, see, proof that hell exists. So they call that the well to hell.
Yeah, I've heard of the hole before. I heard about the hole and all that, but I didn't hear about the screaming part of it. So that's very interesting. Were there any words spoken? Was there any language that could be discerned, or just
No, just screaming and chaos and what you would basically expect in hell, pretty
Yeah,
much.
I would think.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
So, truth, fiction, percent belief that it could be true.
I'm going to say 1%, just cause.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 1% because I don't know about that.
I'm thinking 1% too, because I think you'd have to get to 80,000 feet to really hear hell.
Yeah, that's
you
where
know,
hell is. Everybody
really
knows.
well.
Not near deep enough. And even then, you're going to crawl out of that hole and realize you're in Russia and be like, "Forget this! I'm going
back in the hole.
where it's warm."
Yeah. Nice. Well, I will tell you it was later debunked because they proved that the sound recording was a fake.
Well, I've got another conspiracy that I read recently, and this has to do with a few things. 2012, that's when the Mayan calendar was supposed to end and the world was going to come to an exciting wrap-up. But there is a belief that in 2012, that's when CERN, that place over in Europe that has the Large Hadron Collider, people were concerned that, they were going to slam atoms together and create a black hole. Well, in 2012, they did slam some atoms together. And the belief is that a black hole was actually created in 2012 and it sucked the Earth into it. And now we are living in an alternate reality.
Oh, so that's probably one of those people that was like, the world is, trust me on this, it's going to end in 2012. And then when it didn't happen, they were like, but it did. Maybe
You
it
just
did
slept
happen.
through it. Yeah, you missed it.
There are some things that kind of point towards the direction that maybe something did change in 2012 because things have gotten really crazy. And I got a list of things here I can read, kind of prove my point. First of all, a reality star and billionaire became president of the United States.
Yeah.
A pope actually retired. We had a worldwide pandemic. The Cubs won the World Series.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. I mean, that's some crazy stuff, but I don't think a black hole.
I don't know if it's a whole
caused
different
that.
planet than we were on.
Yeah. So what are the chances?
Yeah, 0.1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, big zero.
That's what I'm going to say.
Big zero.
Not
Doubter.
That's right.
Non-believer.
What do you have, Neil? You have a conspiracy over there you want to share?
Not so much a conspiracy, but just an interesting sort of a fact. So back in, I guess it was World War II, you had the OSS, who was the precursor to the CIA, and they were trying to get people to conspire to do like espionage and sabotage and all this. So they're trying to get people into this conspiracy. And if you go to archive.org, there's a book called The Simple Sabotage Field Manual. And this is actually the OSS published this. A lot of it tells you about how to put metal filings into machinery and mainly like factory sorts of things. But if you go to the back, it's only about, 36 pages. If you go to the back of the book, there's some great leadership tips that you may want to use, at your next meetings. So one of the things it says is to, under the organizations and conferences, how to interfere, it says, insist on doing everything through channels, never permit shortcuts to be taken in order to expedite decisions. It also says, make speeches, talk as frequently as possible and at great length. Illustrate your points by long anecdotes and accounts of personal experiences. Never hesitate to make a few appropriate patriotic comments.
Makes you wonder if somebody we know has read that book.
It's if you get a chance to download it, though, it's pretty priceless. It talks about promoting incompetent people. It tells you all the things
that's
to do
awesome.
within your company
A
just
lot
to
of people
ensure
have read that book.
Wow.
that. Yeah, it's the opposite of. It's like written down leadership tips, exactly the opposite way that you should do them.
That's how I got promoted. There we
Right.
go. Okay.
Somebody in the U.S. government did not understand that was for sabotage and not
Right.
how you're supposed to run the government.
This is how you run the government.
That's it. It's not do this. Okay.
So speaking of World War II, I've got a conspiracy around World War II. This is another one that deals with the hollow earth and all that. So this is the Nazis living in the hollow earth. So there's this legend that Hitler and many of his minions during the closing days of World War II actually escaped Germany, and they fled to Antarctica, to the South Pole, where they discovered an entrance into the Earth's interior. And this is all according to this is all documented. This is according to the Hollow Earth Research Society in Ontario, Canada.
Okay.
I didn't know you had a.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got a
Cite it.
reference.
Okay.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a society then.
Yeah.
Probably is
Yep.
true.
Clearly.
According to the HERS, there's still Nazis that are down there. And what they also did is they tried to conspire with the people that were already living in the Hollow Earth,
Of course.
right, to collaborate to take over the world. There's some Nazi designs that you'll notice if you ever see a UFO. There's a Nazi design typically on it. And the pilots of those UFOs are very Aryan looking, according to the Hollow Earth Research Society in Ontario, Canada.
Maybe that's where those screams were coming from.
Could be.
It's
Yep.
the Nazis down there.
Yep. They're saying after the war, the Allies discovered that there were more than 2,000 scientists from Germany and Italy that had vanished, along with almost 1 million people. And they all went to the South Pole and went through the hole and living underground.
Interesting.
They may have gone to Huntsville, Alabama, too.
Yeah, some of them definitely did.
Yeah. Operation Paperclip. So are the Nazis, does that mean they're living with the lizard people? Because
Yes,
I don't have the
exactly.
reference in front of me, but I know there are lizard people.
I was going to
in
be
the
my
earth
next thing.
That, well, maybe you can inform us because I
What a
know
segue.
heard of them, but
There are some 12 million Americans, according to this, I don't know where they got that stat, who
Hers.
believe or aren't sure if interstellar lizards, not just regular lizards, but interstellar lizards run the U.S., just the U.S. A sizable number, albeit less than 66 million, believe aliens landed at Roswell. And there's even a book called The Big Secret that says leaders, including George Bush, Bill Clinton, and others, are extraterrestrials, and that
Interesting.
lizard people run secret societies like the Freemasons, the Illuminati, and lizard people were even added to the 2008 Minnesota midterm ballot, which raised a few eyebrows, not from the lizard people, of course, because lizards don't have eyebrows. But
Well, but there's a YouTube video and it shows a Secret Service agent and it looks like his face shapeshifts into like a lizard. It's out there. Look for like lizard people, Secret Service or something like that on YouTube and maybe you'll find it, unless they've taken it down.
I think the lizards could probably just run openly at this point. Just show up as a lizard and everybody's
Oh, you're
like,
right.
okay, just,
Yeah.
I'm not even surprised.
if we're still picking between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, yeah, I think you're
yeah,
right.
I'm for the elected people. Bring them on.
What's your name? Lizard?
Bring 'em on.
Okay, you're in.
What's that? A house plant? Okay.
Yes,
it's
that's
president
better.
now.
That's better.
Yes, a house plant.
Is that a house plant under 80? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that'll be great.
You're in.
So the Illuminati, it's actually supposed to be a secret society of Jay-Z and Beyonce, Joe Biden, Queen Elizabeth, who's passed now, so I guess it would be King Charles now. And there's no point in denying involvement, although Jay-Z has, because that's exactly what the Illuminati would do. They would deny involvement. So the group did actually exist in the late 1700s, but hasn't been revived, according to Jay-Z.
Well, I'm going to blow your mind on the Illuminati. It is a secret society that rules the world, and it's in cahoots with the National Security Agency. And I can prove it.
Ooh, okay.
So if you take the word Illuminati and you type in Illuminati.com, but you spell Illuminati backwards, it takes you to the National Security Agency.
Really?
Really, really. I did it today just to prove it. Illuminati, spell it backwards, .com, takes you to the NSA website.
Well, there you go. That's all you need to know. Maybe
Yeah,
that
but
guy. Maybe
Why does
that
it take you
guy's-
to NSA? Do you think somebody just created the website and then has it forwarding to the NSA to scare everybody? Or
It's a conspiracy, man. I'm telling you. This proves the Illuminati is still out there. 50%. 50%.
I'm looking them up on Who Is.
Yeah, go to Who Is.
It does not say who owns it. Whoever it is in Tempe, Arizona.
It's where the spaceship's going to leave from when the Earth comes to a.
Thought that was Denver, the Denver airport.
I've got some other conspiracy theories. You guys get to tell me if they're true or false.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
We're ready.
The Dalai Lama is a CIA agent. True or false?
True.
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 You guys are so gullible, man.
Why not?
No, it is. It's true.
Okay.
So,
I mean, Elvis wasn't he? Didn't Elvis work for the CIA?
Well,
No.
Elvis had a badge.
she was FBI. I think.
Oh,
it was
FBI.
DEA.
Oh,
Elvis
DEA.
had a
That's
badge.
right. DEA.
Yeah, DEA was very appropriate too.
So this says perhaps the reason the Dalai Lama is smiling in all those photos has something to do with the six-figure salary he pulled down from the U.S. government during the 1960s. According to declassified intelligence documents, he earned $180,000 in connection with the CIA's funding of the Tibetan resistance
Wow.
to the tune of $1.7 million per year.
I want to figure out how to get that deal where you can just hook up to the U.S. government and the cash comes flowing in, you know?
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
That'd be nice.
So here's another one for you. True or false? The Canadian government was so paranoid about homosexuality that it developed a gaydar machine.
I think that's false.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
it's
gonna
false as well.
say false.
Okay, it really happened in the 1960s. We're telling you, in the 1960s, the government hired a university professor to develop a way to detect homosexuality in federal employees. He came up with a machine that would measure pupil dilation in response to same-sex erotic imagery. The Canadian government used it to exclude or fire more than 400 men from civil service, the military, and the Canadian Mounties.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
That was in the 50s?
No, that was last year. No, it was 1960s.
60, okay.
1960s, yeah.
It's amazing how fast things change. You know
It's
what
like
I
J.
mean?
Edgar Hoover days or something like that. Was that
Yeah.
back in
Yeah.
that
Right.
same,
It's
the
like the
whole
50s.
Russian? Yeah.
1960 to now, it's like completely the opposite. It's amazing.
Speaking of 1960 to now, let's go to the Wayback Machine. I think it was 1968. It was the year that Walt Disney passed away.
Oh, yes.
We've all heard the rumor that Walt Disney's was cryogenically frozen until such time down the road where they can rid
Figure
him
out what to
of
do
this
with him.
cancer. Right.
Yeah.
So Disney apparently had a very difficult time with the internet because everybody types in, Walt Disney and cryogenically frozen and all that stuff. So what the Disney Corporation did to try to get eyes off of this, rumor is they made a movie called Frozen. So now anytime you type in Walt Disney Frozen, the movie comes up.
Brilliant.
That makes perfect
That's
sense.
pretty clever.
You know who else did that? Mike Myers did that. When you type in the Pentaveret, I was trying to get information on the Pentaveret. The only thing you get is that show on Netflix that he had called the Pentaveret.
Yeah, the movie, and it was not. I watched a little bit
Not
of it.
that great. Yeah. But that's just the kind of thing the Pentaveret would do.
Yep.
Let's pay Mike Myers to make a just kind of halfway show that's not all that funny.
That's right.
But once he does, good luck finding us on the internet.
Right.
And I think he played every role in that movie too, so it couldn't have cost much to make that movie. I
No,
don't think. 'Cause-
no, just makeup pretty much was it.
Yeah.
So Walt Disney Frozen. What do you think?
It took him a while. 'cause
He was
he's
a
been
forward-thinking,
gone for a while.
scientific kind of guy that might have done something.
That's
like
right. Yeah, with Epcot and everything.
that. And he really did think Epcot was going to be the place everybody was going to live and the way communities were going to be in the future.
Yeah.
I'd give that I'm going to give it a 15% chance
Really? Okay. Good.
because
All right.
people back then, 1970, what, 2, 3?
1960. I think he passed in 65 or 68. I can't remember.
Probably 68 because they were at least working on Disney World by then, right?
Yeah, I think they had just started. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are we voting on whether he's cryogenically frozen or whether
Yeah.
the movie Frozen
No,
was put out? Okay.
Well, I mean, let's go with the cryogenically frozen. So, what are you thinking, Neil?
I think so. I think he's probably
What's your
cryogenically
percentage?
frozen somewhere. I think 30% chance he's in a warehouse in Orlando somewhere.
I think he was frozen, and then he was accidentally thawed out in a power outage or something, and they probably just went ahead and buried him.
That sounds pretty plausible too.
Now, I'm afraid to ask Gar because he's in the know.
He used to work there. Yeah, he probably in the handbook what to say if someone asks you.
Right.
I don't know what you guys are talking
I
about.
don't want you to wake up dead tomorrow or anything. So
Yep. Have a Disney day, guys.
It's like that sheet I used to have about Mickey Mouse, because we had Mickey Mouse come to the mall in Savannah. And so it had a whole list of ways to answer questions about Mickey Mouse. And the newspaper guy came up to me from the Savannah Morning News, and he was like, "Who's in the suit?" And I was like, I said, "What suit are you talking about?" "The guy in the mouse." I said, no, that is Mickey Mouse. And he's like, "No, but I mean, who is it?" And they're like, "Is it a really short person or what?" I said, "It's Mickey Mouse. Do you see the guy next to him with the little Disney World badge on? He flew with Mickey Mouse here, and he is Mickey Mouse's person that makes sure that he gets his break times and stuff. But that is Mickey Mouse. He came here from Disney World. He was in Disney World. He flew here. That's him."
Good
And
answer.
It was really fun. And then you're supposed to, like, when he's on a break and if people ask you where he is, there's a list of he's helping Donald with his homework. He's on the phone with Minnie. I mean, there's a whole list of, like, things he's doing. It's
awesome.
pretty cool. They
Yep.
get you ready for everything.
Yeah.
One more thing about Mickey, which is none of this has anything to do with conspiracy, although it is a conspiracy, sort of. When Mickey comes out, you're supposed to go, "It's Mickey. Hey, everybody, Mickey Mouse." And the person that was on before Mickey, because he's on for 30 minutes, and then he goes away for 30 minutes. He comes back for 30 minutes. In the other 30 minutes, you have to have somebody there. So we had Magic Mark, this magician that was doing stuff. Well, you couldn't even mention Magic Mark when Mickey came out. It was just sort of like, "Go away, Magic Mark. Mickey's here." And then, "Mickey, bye, Mickey." And here's Magic Mark. I won't tell you the rest. I can't.
Good.
You signed an NDA, right? So
I'm more scared of them than the U.S. government.
Yes. I was going to say, you think the Pentaveret is bad. Don't run afoul of Disney. Yeah.
Don't mess with the mouse.
No, except there's a different word for that. But yes,
Right.
you're right. Yeah.
I was trying to use the alliteration.
was
Yes.
it like a mouse denier or something like that? I don't know.
Just don't mess with the
Mickey
mouse.
denier. I love that.
Leah Remini has nothing on the Disney people.
Disney needs to use that. I mean, that is so perfect. You're a princess denier. Any other good ones that we have? Did we go through them all already?
I was looking through the Bermuda Triangle, but there's nothing.
So Epstein.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Epstein? What?
Who's Epstein? Never heard of him.
Don't
What are you
even.
talking about?
Don't even want to dignify him by saying his name.
How about the Clintons? Anybody got anything about the Clintons?
That's a good idea. Yeah, let's talk about that too. Yeah.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
flying later this week. We don't talk about that. I'm flying later this week. It'd just be too easy.
Right.
So please don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
JFK. What do you guys think about that one? Who do you think did that?
How old were the Clintons? Oh, sorry.
I think
Yeah.
I saw a show about Frank Sinatra that basically said it was the mafia because, we're just trying to get killed now.
Hoffman.
No, it's just we're on such
Jimmy
thin
Hoffa.
ice right now.
No, just because I guess
This is the
Kennedy
Patreon
was
outtakes
trying
right
to
now.
get right. Yeah, you have to pay extra for this. We're not giving you this for free. Kennedy reached out to Sinatra to get him to ask
Elvis.
no
No.
the mob to his buddies to get the vote out, the AFL-CIO, all the
yeah.
Teamsters
Okay.
and all that.
Yeah.
So he did, and Kennedy was elected. And then shortly after that, Robert Kennedy became, Attorney General, and he went after the mafia, which
right.
was not very smart.
Right.
And they were kind of upset about that. So at least that's the impression they gave in this Sinatra. So,
Allegedly.
No, yeah, I'm just telling what somebody else said.
Yeah,
I
somebody
never
said.
said that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't
just
really
saying.
even think the mafia exists. I don't
Right.
even
Yeah.
know why.
What is the mafia?
Who would even
Such a thing.
say
Yeah.
that? Just because, I mean, The Godfather was a work of fiction, obviously. Nothing true about that.
The Sopranos. Yeah.
Sopranos,
Just a good series.
just a good series.
Goodfellas. Just
Yep.
totally innocent, made up.
It's the end of the Williams Brothers podcast right there.
That was a good one. I enjoyed that one.
That was my favorite.
If you could just leave out all that last part, it'd be great.
I think they're getting progressively better.
Probably about 5 minutes of real content you can use in the whole thing.
I think so. Yeah.
We didn't offend too many dangerous organizations or anything, so that's good.
Yeah, please bleep out
No, don't
the
bleep
Clintons
it out.
and Disney
No, it's perfect.
Epstein.
and Epstein.
You got to leave Epstein because when he said Epstein, nobody said a word. Everybody was like, what?
Nobody's
No.
Gar, you need to leave town right now.
Right.
Right now,
We're all leaving.
there was never a
We
podcast.
heard there's a bunker under the airport in Denver. We're going there.
The Williams Brothers Podcast is made possible by a grant from the Saunce Group. Do something good every chance you get. And by the Williams Foundation. The theme song is 5 Card Shuffle by Kevin MacLeod.
I got a fun story about Colonel Sanders.
Okay.
When he was developing his business, well, he had a really hot temper as a person. He wasn't like a kindly old man like you always picture him as. A man named Matt Stewart was opening a competing gas station because Colonel Sanders started with a Shell station, and he actually pressure cooked fried chicken there, and that's how it became famous, and he went from there to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Well, a rival apparently was trying to do whatever he could to get an advantage over Sanders' Shell station.
Mm-hmm.
And this included going to paint over Sanders' signs along the road that directed traffic to his filling station or restaurant. So Sanders caught Stewart painting over his signs and saw him do it multiple times, and he warned him to stop, and then repainting the signs to their original appearance, of course, so he could go send people back to his restaurant again. Well, on May 7th, 1931, Sanders heard that Stewart was once again painting over one of his signs. He jumped in his car with 2 of his Shell employees, raced to the site where they found the defacement in full swing. Things got out of control quickly. Both Stewart and Sanders' crew pulled out guns and began firing at each other. Accounts disagree on who fired the first bullet, but the carnage was quick and lethal. Sanders told reporters when he arrived and shouted, "Well, you yellow dog, I see you smearing the sign again," and then ordered Stewart to stop painting or he would blow his blah, blah head off. GD, head off. The threat did not have the desired effect. When the smoke cleared, Stewart had 2 wounds in his shoulder, courtesy of Sanders, and the Shell manager, Robert Gibson, lay dead, shot by Stewart.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sounds like a Dateline.
it's Kentucky.
It does.
Kentucky.
There you
You
go.
pull a gun back then
Enough
if you have a
said.
problem.
Dark Highway.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
a little close to home, isn't it?
Exactly. We'll tell that story another time, maybe.
Right.